Hey, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints here on Wednesday evening, my time. I don't know what your time is currently, but here it's 8 minutes past 9, 10, 8 minutes. 9:38 p.m. in the evening. I'm trying to get some nice, relaxing music in the stream as well. I'm currently using Melt. I am. I'm trying to see what I can do here. So let's see. Plus video device, markdown triangle. Yeah, if I click on media source, it's going to look inside of my media source. So that's not it. Audio mixer. I have basically, yeah. So I need to charge my my wireless. Combo widgets. Browser duplicator. I would say media source. Cancel. Yeah, I can do display. Yeah, let's add video display capture. And then we are going for the built-in. But no, it's also not that. Come on, Zach. What are we doing? 2 people watching, Steph. Hey, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to this live stream. With a little bit over... Yeah, I need to do something about the lighting here. It's the white balance of the camera. You. um... There we go. And we are dragging this into button. Click on here. Now the sound is very loud. So that would work, right? So the light is very bright, so I need to do something about that. Just a second, I'm going to go behind the setup here and we are going to manage that as well. So just a second. So let's see what we can do here. Hey, welcome. Um, Move this a little bit more to the side. So it's basically the same kind of principle as on my uh, desk. Hey, Tunkai! Trying to attend live streams, but with a little baby, it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I have been there, have done that, but then back then I wasn't doing any live streams. I wasn't even on YouTube to start with. We are going to do something about the camera because it's still terrible. So I think I need to play with the with another effect. Um, Sharpen brightness. Why is it so red then? Also not. Okay, so. Oh my gosh. This is really looking terrible. Oh yeah. Yeah, so currently on the K1 I'm printing some containers that are stackable. So those are stackable, and I put some fasteners in there. Not really sorted, but basically sort within a container, and also different size and different length. So this is not going to be the final thing that I'm going to do. Is the audio good? Is the music a background music and not a over to be heard um, sound? Yeah, exactly. To be fair, my wife just does does the heavy lifting. I'm just helping where I can. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just posting on X that I'm live. Let's see. Yeah, usually I've got the stream uh, OBS on. Um, Audio is fine for me. Nice. Um, I'm still I'm still guessing. How is or was your week? Well, it's going fine. Getting more and more used to the attic, the 3D print fanatic attic. Um, I do need to say that unlike my old studio, this room during the day can be warm, but during the evening it's getting cold. I have no heater. Um, Fresh cold air is coming in from various cracks and crevices. Um, yeah, it's cold, or it can be cold. Like now, currently, because I'm also printing, it's 24 degrees C. So yeah, I need to keep printing in order to keep warm. Yeah, so this is the workbench setup now with printers on a shelf as a backdrop. I think that that looks way better. No, I did not build an escalator yet. No, I'm sorry. It's what it is. Week is just halfway, and I have defect my A1 printer. So I ordered new parts, waiting for it, so I can continue my 80 centimeter high ET statue. Um, which kind of defect did you had on your Bamboo Labs A1? Um, how much is that? Oh, I think you mean the ET statue, Tunkai. My mouse is still very sticky. I don't know where the stickiness comes from, but I know that my youngest daughter used to use this mouse. So, yeah, it's a little bit sticky. Let's see. The little clip to hold the nozzle just broke off when replacing the nozzle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's that is a terrible thing to happen. Don't be, don't tell Nathan build robots. He will make a 45-minute video about it. Just kidding. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you can take it as you want it. Some people get really upset about the things Nathan says about it. I think he has sometimes some decent points to make a point about things that brands are doing, and especially if you're launching a 3D printer almost on the end of 2023 it was, then calling it printer of the year. Um, no, I don't think you can call something like that the printer of the year when it just released December. I think it should participate in like 2024 or the year after that, you know? Not like releasing it almost on the end of the year and then saying like, oh, it's printer of the year. No, it is not. It's like participating in a contest and you are basically almost too late, but then you are winning and people are saying, oh, this is the best one from the whole competition. No, I mean, the entry should be during the year, but not on the end of the year. Come on. And also, you know, like some brands do, sticking the hat in the ground. But I mean, like, he has some great points. I met him several times in person. I know why he's doing it. He's fun. He's a lot of fun. Um, are there any parts equally big? Yeah, I've got two screens, so I maybe I should do split screen so that I'm not constantly looking like that. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see how the system will handle that. Or else I'm going to do it like that, and this one doing like that. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Oh, and then the music stopped. um, Source. Yeah, and then the music was back again. So, way better. Um, yeah, so I sitting on the workbench to do the live stream. So I'm also going to work on some things, you know. Um, I've got a brain fart suddenly. But it is my first problem after 2,343 hours of printing, so not too bad. Good point. I mean, you can complain about printers all you like and all you want, but if it happens at a point like that, I can really understand that it's not too bad after all. I mean, like, if it survives more than 2,000 hours of printing and the nozzle gets worn a bit, yeah. What did you end up paying for the A1? Let's see. I want to do something, but I have no idea what. Working on some things. Yep. Basically, I can sort some things out here as well. Still, I'm in the process of cleaning things up. Um, I did last Tuesday. I was working on the Creality Ender 6. It's looking, it's looking nice. I can use my iPhone in order to make the recording. How much battery do I have? Now 21 euro for the new part. Yeah, it's not that expensive. But my P1S came with a replacement hot end. Did yours got also a replacement hot end in there as a spare part? Oh my gosh. But I've got Clipper running on my Ender 6, but there are some things that I don't like about it, and I am also running with the idea um, to take it out. But then, you know, the only thing that I need from the whole setup from the Ender 6 is basically the camera, because I there are several cameras that you can add to Clipper. The one that I used, uh, in some ways it's supposed to work, but in my case it doesn't work. No, it didn't, because with my P1S, I got a replacement hot end. I found it. So yeah. Yeah, so within a few days, I'm going to start printing the ABS parts for the Vorm, the positron, and I'm going to rebuild the whole positron in colors that I like. I need to find all files. I think I'm going to use my main desk setup in order to slice all the parts for the QD-Tech X Plus 3, because for the Voron V0.2 from LDO, I used that the QD-Tech X Plus 3 for all the ABS parts, and it came out very beautiful. Everything was spot on, no problems while printing. So I'm going to use that printer to print all the ABS parts. I was looking in the parts list, because they added with the documents also the bill of materials needed for the positron, and I see that I need to have heat inserts 2.5, so the M2.5, and then several heights. But for no, just one height, I think like 4 or 5 or maybe 6 millimeters, and I need 60 of them. So the smallest one that I have currently is, I think, 3 millimeters. No, M3. thread. So I need to order no kit of them. I think I'm going for the CNC kitchen heat inserts supporting a fellow content creator. I need to see um, how fast I can get it and what the price is, but it will be fine. Um, oh, you bought it a month before the callback. Oh, oh, cool. You changed the heat bed yourself? That's amazing. So while I'm talking about the positron, um, I also need to have the coupler. I'm going to take the positron and just put it here on the workbench, and we are going to see what is happening with this printer or that printer. Was less than 10 minutes to do, and the better the documentation is to guide people to make those kind of replacements. Just a little side note, you are working with power electronics, stuff like that can be challenging for some people. I thought they also gave the option to send a printer um, to a service point, and that then they fix the issue. So the positron, the core. Yeah, I got this little feed somewhere close by, and it's annoying, but it's what it is. So for the polymaker filaments that I'm going to use to print the printed parts, is going to be both from polymaker, ABS. It's the teal color. It is looking very beautiful, and also the Galaxy Space Dark Space Gray, or Galaxy Galaxy yeah, no, uh, dark gray. And I think the combination between the two, it is going to look amazing. I think a lot of people would like this. And if nobody likes it, I like it. So the positron, something that I won a few months back. Let's see if I do like this, I can turn the camera to there. It is, it is so satisfying. So we have some sheets with all the bill of materials, fasteners, everything. I think I need to make sure to um, I need to make sure that I have for this build enough uh, containers where I can put all the fasteners in the right way, so that I don't mess up the whole build. Because one of the things that that Joe Justin, Mitch, and Nomad's Galaxy said to me, um, make sure make sure to sort all the bags in order to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, because most of the time during the build of the positron you are sorting the fasteners out or looking for the fasteners, and the better you have sorted, the faster the whole build goes. And I've got here some of the bags I still have, but I think they all threw it away there. So I need to make sure to make labels where I mention all of the fasteners, and then make some little trays or stuff like that, so that if I take it out or if I'm going to remove it, that I can exactly see where it goes if I'm going to assemble it completely or reassemble it completely. Um, yeah, so the whole thing is that this was a rush job in order to get it all assembled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print all the parts again. I hope that I don't mess it up. Um, so one of the things that happens with my positron is this little lever here. It's supposed to click in, but it doesn't happen. Uh, because how this works, you can bend this by pulling it a little bit backwards, but because there's station on here, it doesn't work. So And now you see that this is going backwards to slide because you cannot put any tension on there. So there is a purpose for this little lever in order to, you know, to keep using it. What happens? What happened with mine was that it constantly was going that direction, and this is going downward. So it is getting very annoying. So just like that. Then we have this cable. And the other issue that I have is extrusion issues. Um, so yeah, what happens? The positron has a print head that is 90 degrees angle, so a very sharp angle. So the extruder is very important. If it cannot push out the filament, it's getting this clicking sound usually. And what you will see later on, maybe I'm going to print with this printer during the live stream, I don't know. But what is going to happen, it is trying to push the filament through the Bowden. This is a Bowden tube setup solution. I hope there's going to be a version where the direct drive is worked inside of this here. Oh, basically no. One of the other things is that the tensioner for the extruder is here. So just imagine having the glass plate here and then trying to tension while it is extruding. This is sitting all the way downwards, like here, and then trying to tension it. There is a lot of tension on there. It's very tight, and it's supposed to be very tight as well. It's in the documentation for the positron. So in the end, if you're not familiar with this machine and you are trying, it's going to be difficult. But I will manage this as well. This can be that hard. This is a beautiful machine. I'm very happy with it, even though I couldn't print anything with it yet. I saw it during the live stream from Modbot when he was assembling it. He had exactly the same issue. Now the extruder here has a triple planetary gear, so there's a lot of force, but then if it cannot extrude here, it's going to be a very difficult challenge. But so this is the color combination. It's black with dark blue, and just imagine having the blue parts in this color, or like for the black parts, everything in teal, and the blue parts in galaxy dark gray. I think that a combination of the two would look amazing. So yeah, one of the other things, connecting the extruder together with the base. It's not that difficult or that hard. You need to see where the curve is, because just like that. And then I have a certain way of doing this because it can happen that the cable here is getting caught. So there's no, so far as I know, you need to take this out in order to store this. So folding it back and then putting it back into the Pelican case. So I need to make sure to have it set up correctly. So what I usually do, I twist this 1 or 2 times around it and then put the cable in the right order. Just like that. You see, now the Bowden tube is being held up by this cable is being held up by the yeah, so that works. Now connecting this one. And you can connect it with an Ethernet port, which is amazing. I don't know if I did that. I think I have connected with my Wi-Fi, so it should be working here as well. Tunkai, you're working on the positron? Yeah, I'm just putting it here and, you know, just checking it out. Yeah, I used to put the wire right here like this, and then have the display here. Yeah, and yeah, cleaning the glass plate can be a challenge because I try to clean this with IPA, but that doesn't look that nice. And also, before switching the printer on, you have to make sure that the glass plate is already in there. So just like that. I know that there are some printable mods in order to keep the glass plate in its place. Some little clip or something. I don't know. I think it is installed on this side, and that hooks onto the glass plate. I don't know if I can run the cable all the way here or that I can use I think I'm going for that one. The positron is still in frame. I'm going to put it here. Yeah, it's a gorgeous machine. So now we are going to connect it. Everybody can still hear me? Still sick, yeah. Hey, non-stick! Positron! How's your positron, by the way? I'm sorry you're late, not feeling great as always. I hope you will get better soon, man. Um, yeah, you can do quite a lot through this display. Um, let's see, can I still move this? No, there's already the motors are energized. Energy. So one thing, once the positron is turned on, don't take the glass plate off, because when you do that, you will get an error message and you are causing a little short, electrical short. Um, oh, you are on your computer. You can tag people. So system. So we are also connected to internet. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm also connected now over on the web interface. So that's all looking great. I was looking at it from my bed. Yeah, so I need to check how to disassemble this. But first I'm going to print all the printable parts in the accent or in the colors. Maybe some of the parts that are in black I will keep. This logo, um, I, I know that this is iron. I don't know if there is a purpose behind it, but I'm going to see if I can, print something and put a Polymaker logo on there. Yeah. Yeah, first, move home. There are some cable chains for the positron. Print them, attach them, and then you can use it in this kind of setup. Did it home all access? No. No, it didn't do that. Here. Home Z access. Check this out. So, yeah. I had several issues with that as well. Because usually it needs to go all the way to the bottom until it touches the build plate. Normally, yeah, so the end stop for the for the Z axis is here, next to the extruder. But this is still like, we check the page. Yeah, it's at 26. So I'm going to see if I can move it all the way to the bottom, because it's now all the way homed. And let's go to 0. Yeah, it does do that. Wow. Oh, wow. Then I move it 0.2. Oh, no. 0.2. And now, if correctly, I should put a piece of paper in there. Which I don't have. Oh. I can. But it's very loose. So I need to level the bed again. I hope it's not a thing that I have to do every single time. Nothing beats eating poffertjes and watching Zachary 3. But yes! It was... yeah. I mean, it's a cool little printer, right? Yeah, and Friday during the live stream, eating snacks and drinking beer. Yes. Yeah, not for me. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know how thick that this is. I assume, 0.2. Let's Let's take another piece of paper and... Oh, wait, wait, wait. Hold your horses. From the QD Tech, I have this leveling card. I don't know which material it is, but it's a special paper for build plate leveling. And it has also some cool guides what to do and how to do it. So that's pretty cool. So let's start the bed leveling sequence again. Yeah, you really need to take you also need to watch the positron documentation for this. But let's move the bed up first. I'm going to use this like 50. Yeah. So the hot end needs to be cleaned first because I've got a lot of residue here, so we are going to do some heating up. Temperature, extruder. No. PLA, let's go for 150. So we are going to heat it up to 150 degrees C. So now we are going to make sure that it presents itself like 100 and this like 100. No, the other way around. So now it is heated up, and let's start to clean the hot end. And be careful not to touch the hot end. And this is the right spanner for this one. What do you know? So, I hope that this is clean enough. Uh, Thanks. Toasties have been built. Now we wait. Oh, toasties are nice as well. Took a while. Um, so that is that. Now we are going to level it. Fingers crossed. Close. Cool down. Let's see. Extruder, cool down. Okay. So now it's cooling down. DVD. Yeah, and things like the motor or some of the units, I will leave it as they are, but some of the parts will be exchanged for nice, cool teal color. Bon appetit. So now bed leveling. Ah, this is good. You know, just like that. So that one. Yeah, still good. So that one is less. So I need to adjust that. But the problem is, these are little screws. Then I'm going to the back point again. To this point again. Woo. Yeah. So, so you, when there is tension on the spring, you feel when losing it, losing the tension on the spring, you will feel that is going easier and it's going easier, right? So that means that that the tension is less on the spring. So that means that this one is lower than this side, but in the complete plane, everywhere it's the same tension. So it's basically like this. That this point is higher than this one. But I think that this is good. Also on the glass plate. And then after we did this, we need to save. Cancel. I don't need to do this because I leveled it. Set calibrate. Bed mesh, I don't need to do that because I don't have a bed probing. So what I'm going to do now, it's going to move and then home all. Oh, I have the same vape, but its mouthpiece is smaller. I may like that more. Yeah. So this one I have now for I think a year. There's there's already a lot of wear on it, which is okay. You know that I hold it like this quite a lot. You see everywhere. You see the marks on it. Um, I mean, those are amazing. You get also different kind of containers for this. I'm currently using I think the 6 0.60. Um, but this one comes with two different mouthpieces. That's why I choose for this one. But the fill spot is here and not on the top. So I hope in the future they come with a part where you can take this, screw this off, because such kind of I have, and you can just fill it from the top without taking it apart. So that part is done. Um, now we are going into the part for PLA. So what I'm going to do now is unloading the old filament and loading the new filament. Tunkai, we can swap. You get the Corelli TKA and maybe a spool of filament, and you know I get I see what you have. No, no, I'm totally cool with that. If staff wants to have something, then please let him know as well. I mean, we're not going to fight over it. This weekend or maybe Friday, I'm going to visit my shop in Vando. Um, so I'm heating it up. It's still in the heating up process, and I'm going to extrude or uh, retract this filament. Hey, Kitty's Corner, how are you doing? New setup looks good. Aw, thank you. I'm very happy with this setup, and it's also a nice backdrop for some other live streams. This is just a temporary webcam. I'm going to buy two webcams, one that is just for this part of the site, and maybe one is going to be top view or side view. Depends on what I want to do. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. So usually, if people are using, um, because on this glass plate, no TPU directly, no ABS directly on it. You can print, but you need to make sure to have a layer in between. Usually with normal standard FDM printers, not like this one, what you usually do is heating up the bed, then applying some glue stick, and then let it settle for a bit. Then take some piece of old clothing, and then go over it so that everything is equally spread. The Vandy chip pulse 80 watt. You can use it as a shrunk mod or with a tank. Ooh, I have no idea what it is. I'm going to look it up. Um, Wait, I'm just going to take my phone. how's it called? Vandy? Vandy chip. Is it like this one? Zolon! Wait. I have to do something. I have to do something. Zolon's Shop of Wonders. Someone got a pussy. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Different cover. Oh, carbon black. Oh, I like that. No, but I mean, like here in Venray, you can only get e-liquids with tobacco flavor, which I don't like. It's tasting like um, I don't want to say like crap because I never really tasted crap before, but that's something else. But like licorice, I I tried it once with a disposable one. It's not that great. We're talking vapes now. Um, just like this. Yeah. So today in the news, I heard that the Dutch Voedsel- en Warenautoriteit, so basically the Food Administration, um, they confiscated a lot of illegal vapes. Now the story is about that they are forbidding it, and basically nowhere you can get those. It's getting harder and harder. But on the other hand, they are going to promote weed and hashish. So cannabis, marijuana, hashish, stuff like that. So that you can go to a coffee shop and buy it. And even a minister said like he will, you know, close an eye to it if they sell illegally. I'm like, and I, and it's getting harder and harder to buy vapes. What the hell? It's, it's crazy. Let's look this up as well. Which one? We turned into a vape channel. Yeah, FDA. But it's weird. You know, they if you're listening to all they say on the news, it's basically saying that they want to have the youth as much as possible from the vapes because it is highly addictive. But what is going to happen when they cannot buy it? They are going to look for illegal ways to get it. And usually those are not really checked and they are maybe even worse. Where do you live then, Steph? Nice. I mean, last year December I was at in Manchester, and within a range of like 100 meters, you have like three or four different places where you can buy vapes, liquids, stuff like that. UK, and they want to ban it all the way. It's crazy. Yes, but all in black. Oh, and you can order. Yeah, I got from the address where I usually go. So basically, I'm living in Vanray, and I drive like 20 minutes. I'm then in Vendo. There's a shop that buys that sells cigarettes, but also stuff for weed and pipes and stuff like that, but also vapes. But for the liquids that I'm using, they are not as they are. I mean, I have to make them myself. So 3 bottles with Nick salt, a liquid, 10 milligrams of nicotine, and yeah, basically now we turn into a vape channel. Um, and then I buy a bottle of, in this case, the flavor, and that's also 10 milligrams or 10 milliliters, and then throwing it all in this bottle, and then we have a liquid that I can put in there. And usually this is then like 40 milliliters, and I can last for at least 1.5 week before it's empty. This is from last week. I bought it. Did no, no, it's almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's crazy. In the meantime, well, yeah, yeah. That's basically how I still in the Netherlands can get it, because the shop that I used to buy this kind of stuff, um, because no, no, I had the yeah, the old vapes I bought in a shop existed for over 12 years, buying, selling e-cigarettes, vapes, stuff like that, and everything you need. 12 years, and they had to close the shop last year. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, you can buy big bottles of 100 milliliters in the US, or on places that I saw. It's crazy, but here in the Netherlands, it's harder and harder. And I mean, legalizing drugs and making vapes illegal for what? Yeah, and I think, Tunkai, that is basically the whole discussion about vapes and selling, because they and the guys from that shop that I visited last year for the last time, and they closed after that. They said like there's the whole tobacco lobby behind it, because they earn money and they really want to ban e-cigarettes. I think I think in the near future we are going to get a huge commission, commission, a board about this whole thing that somebody found out or was the whistleblower about it, that basically the tobacco industry was behind the whole banning of e-cigarettes. It's crazy. So now we have a lot of gunk there again. Um, Still hot. So the thing that I there's one thing that I don't like about the positron, because it is upside down. When it is extruding filament out of the nozzle, it's getting sticking on the nozzle. I don't like that. So trying to get it out. Because all filament that is sticking here to the hot end or to the nozzle will uh, will make it that other filaments that is going to be extruded is sticking on there and basically pulling it off the glass plate. Um, just hybrids. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The one with the cigarettes that are being, what was it? Um, Instead of burning it, they are heating it up to a point that it is semi burning. Um, Solon says never had that issue. I have two of them. I, I mean they are amazing cool. But so far, because this was also a rush job in order to get it into the Pelican case, um, I think it's still doing great. Um, let's put a spool of filament in there. I'm not going to use this ABS yet. Everything was inside of the PTFE tube like this. So, yeah. Let me see. Shall I use that purple that is all the way in the back? Let's take that one. Um, oh, and it hasn't because I'm on the positron team. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Um, I can I can do it one more time again. So I took the filament, I put it like this, and it's basically how it was in the PTFE tube. So full length. Usually I don't do that. I'll leave it in, but I'm going to. I want to print, see if I can print something with it, because so far I never got a decent print out of it, and I have no idea what I need to do. My life in a nutshell. You may need to put a slight retraction in your strategy code. Pull it back a couple of steps to release the pressure. And I also don't know how much pressure there should be on this part here. I'm going to... No, I'll leave it as it is. I don't know how people do this, but so um there's a new version of the extruder you can print. I have heard Nomad saying something about that, but I couldn't find it so far. So I really need to check it out before I'm going to print all new parts for this, because I'm going to go for a different color scheme from Polymaker, ABS, teal, and Galaxy dark gray. Yeah, yeah, we'll do that later. Thanks, Solon. Oh yeah, the balcony thing. Yeah. Um, let's see if I can print something. Print. Um, let's print a Benji. Let's. Oh. Let's see how this is going. Mine is 100% clear and uncolored polycarb. Other one is a secret. Let's see. You may want to also print the other hot end assembly that has a better hold on the cable and a Bowden tube. Yeah, I figured that. And I'm using the Orca slicer for slicing the models. Let me see if I'm changing this. No. I have been on socials. Zola, I did see some of your videos, some of the reels from I think outside around your house. We just got a new house put on the property and will be moving into it. That's what I use so well. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm seeing the thing that I did see before as well. Yep. So basically what happens, it's I think skipping or something. Because what I do see now is that it is shifting. We do advise the use of nanopolymer by Vision Miner. Yeah. Cancel. Cancel print. Build tension. Main menu. Move. Yeah, it moves in the x-axis. So I need to check how to tension these belts. I'm packing up to head home, so I can't really help at the moment. I understand, man. I understand. But when I had skipping steps, it was one of the two reasons: belt tension and the carriage dumping other parts of the printer. Yeah, the tension needs to be higher. So unscrewing this and then tensioning it even more. So I need to take a look at my x-axis was bumping into the motor on the back left. Yeah, I cannot move this now at the moment, but I see what you mean. Um, wait. I'll wait till the plate cools down. I am not in a hurry at this moment. Oh, this one. Yeah. Oh, wait. I see what you mean. Uh, you can tension it by tightening the bolts in the back of the Z-axis. Oh, here. This one. Yeah, gotcha. Zach will tell you what. Yeah. If you flip it around, there is a hole that goes through it to the bolt to angle pulleys. So I need to. Okay. So turn the printer off. Step one: turn the printer off. Step two: um, disconnect this one here so that not everything is flopping around the table. Flop, flop. Then we take a zip of Monster. So we take this cable out so that it's even better. Because I see here a little screw, and I think that so means that. So unscrew this one. Yeah, this is how much squashed on the build plate it is. No, that's not needed, I guess. Ah! Let's see if I can use it like this. Let me know when you want to trade the goods. I'm pumped for the KA. Nice. Oh, wait. This screw here. Not too big. Too big. Too big. Let me see. Probably not. No, it's too loose. Also not those. Oh my gosh, Zach, come. Oh, wait. Yeah. Do I really need to take the smallest one? Really? Whatever you say, Jack. But as far as I saw the instructions, you could leave this on. No. So, put more tension on it. So, I need to check this side as well. So the cable I'm going to put a little bit differently. So that's better. Also said that there are also a lot of squash. So that was that. So then we are going to take this and take off yes. So then we are taking the screen. Oh. Yeah, I think that this looks a little bit dodgy. It's very loose. Now, let's turn it on again and let's see. So there we are again, print, PNG, print, and let's see what's going to happen. No. So I put a lot more tension to the belts. We will see, we will see. Right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm out of here. Hit me up on Discord in the Positron server. Ah, that's cool. Thanks. Yeah, and also the thing that I have is with keeping this thing here on tension as well, because it happened before that it just, you know, was loose. But probably also a thing with tensioning, you know. Let's see, 220, 60. So it probably should start printing. And I also need to check the cable. So how does it feel to have much empty space to work on your desk? It's feeling great. Um, although this desk was 160 and now it's like 120. So yeah, it's basically doing what it did before. And so we will see. After the first layer, it's going to hit, hit boost. And if I'm checking this right here, it's now at let's see. Oh, wait. So yeah, it's now printing layer 2. And this should be a 57-minute print. So we will see how it goes. Because so far I didn't have any successful print on it, which is bad. So I need to take a Benji as a reference. In order to see what it is doing. So we are so used to see prints printing like up from bottom to, you know, in a normal orientation, but now we are looking to a model that is upside down printing. We are watching through the glass. And I think it's doing exactly the same thing again. Yeah, it's doing exactly the same thing, so it's not belt tension. Um, I have time, lol. Need to wake up at 6, so there's time to finish the print, haha. I feel at this point I could get my positron sorted and printing faster than my bamboo right now, lol. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I'm going to stop this print as well. Main menu. So yeah, this is what I also had in, before. Or prints not sticking or some other issues. Print bottom to top, and this is top to bottom. Yeah, no, it's upside down, and you're looking at the bottom from the model instead of from top view or from the sides. Because now, if you want to look underneath it, you have a printhead that is in the way. There are some other things in the way, and yeah, basically it's yeah. So belt tension, no. Wires getting stuck, also not. But I see that something is off. Yeah. I mean the surface looks nice, smooth, shiny. Yeah, the thing is I cannot take the build plate out because you need to, you know. Different type of printer, different type of problems. But in the end, it's going to work all out sooner or later. I do like how the screen looks like, also with the graph and the small buttons. Yeah, it's nice. That's the hobby for. Yeah, that's where the hobby is for. Getting frustrated. If everything runs smoothly, there's no fun at the end, right? You cannot always run into issues and solving only issues. It's also sometimes fun to have things that works from out of the box or assemble a whole 3D printer, which, you know, I'm I ordered the Prusa Core 1 kit. I don't know when they are going to ship it, but according to the estimated shipping date, it's up to date. Yeah, not any mention when they are going to ship it. I mean, it's a kit. You throw all the parts in a box, put the documentation in there, close the box, ship it. The Mark IV or the Mark IV Plus, that one is on stock. Yeah, indeed. So in some ways, fixing issues, doing some troubleshooting, getting things to work, yeah, that's also satisfying. Problem solving, issue solving. Yeah, I'm that type of guy as well. There are positrons with a Prusa Mini kind of bed system. How can you ever tell that it all looks nice? That it's sticking to the build plate, that first layers are looking great. You can only tell once the print is finished or to a certain point. But so the wires, the wires, the cables, the belts. I don't know if I need to put more attention on it. But the thing is, I'm at maximum, and I think there is quite some tension on the belts already. So the issue, I think, is somewhere else. And and basically the whole profile, so meaning the settings for Clipper, um, those were standard. Did I have to do something? I don't know. No, everything was already set. I only had to. I'm not sure, by the way. When I bought my first printer, the Easy Treat one, I was really afraid to break it when doing things. Now I have 4 printers and just unscrew everything I need to fix something. Was it the X1, the Easy Treat X1? Yeah, so compared, yeah. So basically the same, and this one is even more squished against the build plate. But what I think is happening is that the height, what basically happens, it's trying to push the filament to the other layer. Yeah, I can imagine that. So no, maybe I stop this print sooner than this one. But basically what happens, it's trying to go higher, but it isn't going higher. So maybe I have to tension those belts as well. Um, how do I tension those? It's not this one. Or is it? I even have PI plates on it. This, I don't believe that this is the way to tension it. There should be some other way to tension it. And maybe it is. Did I turn it off? Something happened with the printer. The motor is hot. So putting tension off. Oh. Not enough tension. No, too. I think that this is too high. No, too low. Too low, too slow. Yeah, so is this the way to tension it? Hey 3D Medic fans, how are you doing? Yeah, so tension is minimal on this one. Yeah, this. But so I was working on this and the printer turned off. So I wonder what actually happened. Those wires are all okay. Let's check the positron documentation about tensioning. Documentation, positron. Agree. Level the bed. Set and stop be let's see. Final assembly. Final assembly. Route the belt. Route the belt of the Z drive as shown in the pictures. Make sure the belt ends on the bottom and the retainer block is short to avoid a risk of belt being jammed into the idler. Yes. Yes. Then those. Belt tensioning. Yeah, well, how do I tension the Z belt? Yeah. They only show how the belt is routed. But I have it very far on the top. Let's see, what is everybody saying here? Hey, Science Sniper, is that the positron? Yes, Dreamsoid. How did I not get a notification? I don't know, Dreamsoid. I don't know. So this is how it is routed, but as I'm seeing this, it looks like this is higher in real time or in real life. So it might be that I need to take a little bit off the belt, so loosen it a little bit, and then I think yeah, this is basically about how that looks like. Here it is already installed. There's also installed there as well. Yeah, so I need to get to this part. Guides. Yeah. Of course the positron. Set drive. Okay, this column then. Maybe the no, this I think only for the folding. Oh my gosh. Yes. Go on a little bit faster. I got more to do. Because it feels like there's, I don't know how much tension there was on the belt. But basically, this is higher than on the image. On the image, it looks more like this is equal to the blue edge from this rounding. So I think the belt needs to be a little bit shorter, that if I put tension on it, that I have still some space. Let's look here. I cannot show the display, sorry. The inserts. Assembling the left Z joint plate. That's the place where the putties are coming. Yes. Assembling the Z idler latch. Yes. Slider block. Lock nut. That is the PCB bed carriage block. So this part. Loading the T-nuts for the guide, for the rail. And this is a positioning tool, right? Yeah, it's a positioning tool. That retainer block. Yes. And that should be 88. That should be exactly 88. So this always goes all the way to the top, and you always have this tension on it, okay? But the point where this is connected should be 88. Is it like 88? I know that I have a caliper laying here. So this distance, 88. Edge from the extrusion. So should it be that much lower? Wow, that's a whole lot. It's basically on the spot. And if I do it like this, we have this much of a slack. This cannot be right. That should be 88. But this one is different. This one is looking way different. This is a whole complete arm. Oh my gosh. But basically, I'm looking at this. I've got 88 millimeters, right? Yes, millimeters. And so basically we have a slider, and on the slider we have a locking mechanism, an idler, like they mentioned here. So that one goes in there, and then we have another screw washer with this in here. I don't know if this is the old model. Which version positron is this? Because according to this, there should be 88 millimeters space between that. So this needs to be a little bit higher. Hey, Megamite Nexus. Yeah, so I cannot really show you at this moment, but if you're going to the LDO motion positron guide, I see a different kind of Z-axis idler, where my hinge is 88 from the top from the extrusion, which doesn't make any sense. But if I'm looking at it, the whole thing looks differently. So I don't know if this is an updated version, because in the meantime they update it every single time. But basically what I see here on the image, because I cannot really show the display. Well, actually I can. Let's do that. So you'll see here on the first image, there is a hex nut at 88 millimeters from the edge here, and then comes this thing in place, which locks the nut in its place. Yeah. Once that is done, we are going to add a slide the pivot into the extrusion, thread an M3 times 10 times 1 washer through the M3 times 12 wafer head screw, align the tensioning arm and the pivot and tighten the screw. So this is a blocker, so if you put the spring inside, it will keep on its place. But in this case, this is a whole arm. I don't know why. Oh, so this is basically a whole arm. So this is a whole arm, and it's not like what I see right here. So I need to print that and then install it right here, because the benches that I get out of it are squashed. Like the print head has difficulties, the bed is not moving accordingly, and so yeah, because if we're looking to this image, you see that there's something behind the arm. So I need to find the right files, print them, and then making sure to make it like that instead of this. Because if I push here against it, I get the tension that I need, but then this is off. Makes sense. But this, where the screw is now, it's 88. And therefore, just like I mentioned early on in the stream, I had problems with keeping this idler on its place. Because this is way too loose. I don't know how long the print will take, but it's something that I'm going to do off camera, and Friday I will be doing this again. But yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm not really sure which version this is. I assume that that this is the latest version, the 3.2, but then this is also the 3.2. So I'm going to check. Let's see if we can get some images. Let's see. Yeah, this is all the way to the top. Yeah, so if I push this like this. Yeah, so this LDO kit has this version, although on the assembly guide they are using a different version, different one. Yeah, positron V0.3.0, and yeah, here on yeah, so there you will see on the I'm looking to an image with the positron V3.2, which I don't see here. Yeah. So it doesn't say the version here. Interesting. Uh, Yeah, I'm looking to more images. Wait. So, because here you clearly can see it. This is the same lever as I have. So this should supposed to be good. But then I wonder how you can actually tension it. Right? So I will close this image and just go for the positron. Yeah, you can leave LDO out of the equation, but it could be that the official positron kit here in the documentation has some updated information. Could also be. Um, Look at Maddox Lab Positron 3.2. No, but I mean, like, if you are going to, you know, if you are going to reprint parts or going to reassemble or going to do something and you are following instructions from a older version or the pictures or the instructions are updated, you know, because this is different than what I have here, and the problem is that let's go to the face cam. The problem here is if your printer config file has a certain steps, you know, and things like this, the distance between the end of the extrusion and the screw should be 88. But in this case, we have a block that keeps the spring on tension, and then the slider idler block, this part, is screwed in place, making sure that everything, if you are going to lock it, it will stay there. Because I need to have some tension on the belt as well, every single time. So meaning that if this is a different distance, should be correct as well. Because if I'm looking to how this pulley sits, it sits just below, but in this case it's sitting higher. If I want to put more tension on it, on the belts, I need to push this a little bit higher, and then this is sticking out even more. And I don't mind, you know, having maybe a new version, and on the website is the older build version, but that is 3.2, and this should be also at 3.2. And the thing is, if I put a little bit more tension on here, the problem is this idler doesn't slide that easy in. Now there's more tension on it. I wish there was a different way to tension the belts like that, but 88 millimeters. Anyways, it's now 12:40 p.m. I'm not going to continue right now. We are going to end this live stream. But before I'm going to do that, let's see what everybody is typing. So yeah, the positron V0.2 V0. Why do I say 0? The positron V3.2 from LEO. I put some more tension on the belts for the X and Y axis, but for some reason there are some other issues going on, and I believe it has also to do with the belt tension on the Z axis. My bamboo is in time out till tomorrow. I have turned it off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn you off. But it's a beautiful machine. I like it. But so far I didn't have any successful print as far as I can remember. So in the meantime, till Friday, I'm going to print the part that is needed for this here. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to print it as a spare kind of part, and we are going to have some fun on Friday's live stream. I'm going to be also streaming from this table, and we are going to see how the change is going to look like. Yeah. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.